How many hits we've had, how many pitches we've seen, our exit velocity of that pitch. It's going to be color coordinated. Okay, we want to keep green. Green means that it's taking the percentage of your average exit velocity, and if we start working down from our average, it's going to go red or yellow. If we're staying average or working above, it's going to be green. This is our average exit velocity, so you see how 78.7 higher than 67, green. This is our max. So far, we popped the 90. I need to go back, double check, make sure it's a legit 90. Sometimes what will happen is we'll hit one like straight down, because what the camera does is it'll pick up, it takes a lot of pictures and judges how many frames the ball has moved. So it's possible that we could have hit one and it just went straight down, but it dropped out of the camera's angle. So it's like, holy cow, that thing was smoked. I just need to go back, double check, okay? But I know we've popped multiple like low 8s, high 80s, okay? This is our launch angle, okay? How much do you know about the launch angle? It's pretty dumb. It gets recorded on every pitch. There's an ideal for max distance, then there's ideal for the type of player you are, all right? I'm never going to tell you have to be at a certain angle. I'm always going to give you suggestions, just because, so between 35 launch angle is the highest that you want to be before the ball starts working, or the height starts working against you. At 36 and above, ball's going to more stay as a pop fly than as a ball that's going to continue carrying travel distance. Now, right now, we're not necessarily a guy that should be living at 35. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that we're going to have to be at certain angles. Right now, 13, that's nice. Okay, I would really like to see 15 to about 25 kind of being our max. That's going to be nice line drives, making the outfielders turn their backs. You know what I mean? So go over to this top right corner. This is the distance that the ball went. This is the direction that it went from second base. So 13 degrees right. So we're 13 degrees from the middle on the right side of second base. This is it's going to store all of this data for us. Okay, so right here you're able to find your average launch angle, your average hard hit baseball launch angle, your average difference of that, your average exit velocity, your max exit velocity, the difference between the two. Okay, going to be able to find your average RPMs, your hard hit ball RPMs, your max distance, your average distance, your batting average. It's going to be able to put together the types of base hits that they are. Okay, so right here we have dribbler, ground ball, low line drive, high line drive, fly ball. All these different colors are going to let you know where the ball landed and what type of hit it was. Top right corner is going to tell us we had 42% singles, 49% or 4.9% doubles, 52% outs. All right, and we're able to see where those balls landed. Swipe over, we got our launch angle in the zone. We also get our exit velocity in the zone, and it's going to tell us where our hot zones on the field are. All right, it's able to break all of that down between tee, soft toss, lock, bunch of different stuff. So again, another option if you're interested in. Then we have the spin rate. All right, so to get the most amount of efficient spin, you have to be between 15 to 25 RPM. All right, so we're in that wheelhouse of backspin too. So we're going to want to be between 12 and 3 degrees. Imagine you're on a clock, okay? If you hit a ball with pure backspin, it's going to spin on a 12 o'clock rate. You see how that's going to the 12 o'clock on a clock? If we have a little bit of body tilt and we hit it still hard with backspin, but it's kind of slicing, this is going to be 3 o'clock. All right, so anything between 12 and 3 is a ball that's going to have backspin and look to carry. If we get above 2,500 RPM, then the ball is going to work more up than travel. Does that make sense? This spin direction, I just went through that. If you're below 800, it's going to be more of a knuckleball. See what I'm saying? So that's just a quick rundown of the Rapsodo. Again, if you want more on it, just let me know. We can keep going through. It doesn't always have to be a focal point of the lesson, but if you want to know more, just let me know, man. Okay? Then over here, we've got our blast motion. All right? So this top left is going to be our rotational acceleration. That's going to be our biggest one that we care about. All right? So what that's judging is how fast and how much force is our bat coming around our spine into contact. higher that number, the more force we have going into the ball, okay? Bottom left, over here, it's going to be our peak hand speed. How fast are our hands going? Doesn't necessarily, it's not a big one, but it is nice to know. Bat speed, that's the one that matters more. I'd rather have a really good bat speed than a really high hand speed. I don't care what our hands do because our hands aren't hitting the ball. I care about what our bat does, okay? And then we have right here plane score. So plane score is just going to tell us, it's going to comprise of a couple different components, and it's going to be on a score from 20 to 80. 50 is going to be average, okay? So we want to be a little bit more above 50. That's just going to see if we're on plane or we have to interchange our swing plane in the middle of the swing.